I'm Ted Keys, your host and top freight agent training expert here in Southern California. Welcome to this edition of your Freight Sales Success Training. After watching and applying it, you'll move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly, and make more money financially. And if you have any questions, call me, Ted Keys, at 626-309-9141. Today's topic comes from the front lines of my 30-plus years of business, sales, and freight moving success. Now enjoy watching, learning, and applying. Hello and welcome to my Tuesday conference call, everybody. Ted Keys, your host and top freight agent training expert here in Southern California. This is a free, high-powered meeting I hold live every Tuesday for top producing, new, and struggling freight agents at 2 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern time. On the call today, I will show you how to move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly so you make more money financially. And after the call, go to my website, tedkeysonline.com, to hear more of my podcasts, read more of my blog posts, watch more of my videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to truly explode your freight business today. When you arrive at my Freight Sales Success Store, you will see a host of products that are available. First one you'll see there is my Freight Sales Success Guide for beginner and struggling freight agents. I do, however, provide this for when you join our top producing freight sales office. Another product you'll see there is my Freight Sales Success Quotes. These quotes provide you with daily motivation to do what's important, to get on the phone and connect and build relationships with the marketplace. Third product you'll see there is my Freight Sales Success Training. This is a video course that'll take you literally from knowing little or nothing about freight to moving your first freight load and beyond. You'll also see there for sale again is my Freight Sales Success Skills. This product provides those intricate little skills that are required to handle different situations that you come in contact with. However, my Freight Sales Success Skills, along with my other products, are available today for purchase in my Freight Sales Success Store. And while you're there at my store taking in all this free information, on any page on my website you happen to be on, just over to the right, go over to the right and enter your contact details. By doing that, you'll receive your email invite to this and every call. Not only that, you'll receive the attachments that I provide on each and every call. And also, just as a freebie for opting in, you'll receive my free report. Again, it's just a free report. 11 ways freight agents will increase their income. Go through this as a beginning, struggling freight agent. This report will assist you in increasing your income. And just so you know, that report there has been downloaded thousands of times before. And if you have any questions whatsoever about what I went over today, or more importantly, more specifically, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Then give me, Ted Keys, a call. I'm at 626-309-9141. Let's move on to some motivators. Again, my motivators come directly from my Freight Sales Success Quotes. Just open up that second attachment that I provided down there for you at your on your invite today. First motivator for today is remember when you're calling your prospects and customers, I just said it, the sweetest sound to a person's ear is the sound of their name. Boy, if that's one line that you must remember, the sweetest sound to a person's ear is the sound of their name. I stress this because when you remember people's names, they will pay attention to you. And not only that, when you contact them for the first time and continually repeat their name throughout your question, you're getting to know each other, they will take notice. Why? Because we hear that. If somebody meets me and continues to call me by my name, Ted, I am going to put this guy at the top of my list and who I want to get to know more and better. The sweetest sound to a person's ear is the sound of their name. Let's move on to our next motivator, our next attachment, which reads, again, remember, when you're calling your prospects and customers, if you don't confront bad things, you'll be blind to good things. If you don't confront bad things, you'll be blind to good things. Not remembering somebody's name is a bad thing, especially when you're in freight sales. That's a bad thing. So you've got to confront it. You've got to take this, put in your mindset, and get better and better at it. If you don't do that, all the other bad stuff that you do is gonna stay bad. So once you get good at the important things, you're gonna get good at the other important things. So again, remember, when you're calling your prospects and customers, if you don't confront bad things, which is forgetting people's names, you're gonna be blind to the good things. Let's go on and move on to our next motivator there. Open up that next attachment. Again, remember, when you're calling your prospects and customers, so important here, guys, strangers who you eventually meet on the street, and especially in the freight marketplace. Strangers have everything you desire, especially in our profession, because hey, the folks that you contact are strangers. Now, unfortunately, when you're growing up, and parents now, what do you tell your children, or what did your mom and dad tell you? Don't talk to strangers. That's why we're so reluctant to get on the phone now, because we had a condition into our mind by our parents to not talk to strangers. Well, and parents now, do you tell your kids the same thing? If you do, they're going to be reluctant to get into sales where the big money is made. Strangers have everything that you desire, all right? Get that in your mind. Every single person you call is a stranger. That's the one side. On the other side, they've got everything you desire. You just have to pick up the phone and build a relationship with them. First thing you're going to do is remember their name and continually call them by it. Let's go ahead and open up our next motivator there, our next attachment, which reads, remember, when you're calling your prospects and customers, I'm going to ask you a question. What's the majority of your conversations every day? Truly, what's the majority of conversations that you have every day with other individuals? There's a high priority that those conversations that you have are about just getting by. Do you just want to get by in life? Do you just want to get by in this profession? Well, if you do, there's nothing I can do to assist you, except think about it. What's the majority of the conversations that you have? Do you hang out with people that don't even know your name? Well, if they don't, they're not a friend of yours. Think about it. What's the majority of the conversations that you have? Are they low level, okay? Or are they high level, where you're actually learning something from somebody? Get away from the just getting by conversations and get into those high level conversations. Hey, just like the one I'm having with you right now, this is a high level conversation. Stop with the conversations on just getting by. Get into these conversations on taking this information and actually using it for your benefit. Let's move on to our next motivator there, guys. Remember that next attachment. Remember, when you're calling your prospects and customers, I'll ask you another question. How successful are the people that you hang out with? How successful are the people that you hang out with? Again, it goes back to the last thing I talked about. Really, how successful are they? Because if they're not ultra successful, or even successful in general, if you're hanging out with individuals that have no goals in life, that just keep doing the same thing over and over again, that don't try, that don't set new goals, well, that's who's affecting you. Think about it. That is who is affecting you. How successful, I'll say it again, how successful are the people or the individuals or the freight agents or the mentors, the trainers? How successful are these individuals that you're working out with? Again, if they're low level, with low level conversations, it's time to get away and build relationships with individuals that can actually assist you get through life, assist you in setting goals and actually attaining the success that you desire. You will not get there if you're hanging out with low-level conversations. I won't say low-level people, but low-level conversations. Let's move on to our next, or our last document there, my last motivator, my last attachment, which reads, remember, when you're calling your prospects and customers, the best way to gain credibility is to be introduced by someone who is perceived as credible. The best way to gain credibility is the best way to gain credibility is to be introduced by someone who is perceived as credible. Let me just give you an example. This morning on Facebook, an email came to me that this gentleman commented on a posting that I had on Facebook. And basically, when I went there, he told me, hey, basically it was a posting for my Freight Sales Success Guide. This gentleman who has purchased my Freight Sales Success Guide wrote a comment on there. It's the best form of information that you can utilize in this profession. That is being referred by somebody who is credible. That's just an example. It's just one of many examples. When somebody else can refer you or say something about you that's great and they have credibility, that is one of the best things that you can do in life and in business, because when somebody else refers you or pays you a compliment that is credible, again, people will take notice. Let me say it one more time. Remember, when you're calling your prospects and customers, the best way to gain credibility is to be introduced by someone who is perceived as credible. In concluding my call, do you have any questions about what I just went over today? Any questions, regardless of what it is, or more importantly, more specifically, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Yes? Give me a call, Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141.